Hello and welcome to this episode of the English Idioms series, where we're going to look at the idiom to take a rain check. So we'll look at the meaning of this idiom and then we'll focus in on the pronunciation, having a look at any special features of connected speech that exist when we're using this idiom. And then, as always, we'll consider a couple of examples because it's really important for you to get a feeling for how you can try to use this idiom naturally in your own speech. So, to take a rain check, the meaning taken from the Cambridge Online Dictionary is that it's used to tell someone that you cannot accept an invitation now, but would like to do the same thing at a later time. So you want to postpone the invitation, you want to do it later. I think there's some quite interesting background to this idiom. If you're interested, have a look online. There's quite a clear story behind where this idiom comes from, but you don't need to worry so much about that unless you're particularly interested. The key thing to take away from this is that you use it when you're being invited to do a thing, but you can't do it. So for example, if somebody invites you to go for coffee with them today, but you can't do it today, however tomorrow would be fine, then this idiom might be appropriate. So let's have a look anyway at the pronunciation. So thinking about pronunciation features then, we've got the possible weak form of to, which is t, so that would be to take. Because take ends in a consonant sound, and then we've got a vowel immediately afterwards, we can connect that. So taker, taker. So running all that through together, to taker, to taker. Now I'm saying with a weak form rather than a, because here we're not stressing it. It doesn't have massive importance. It's just there for good grammar. So we don't really want that strong a. We just want the weak to take a rain check. So repeat that after me, nice and loud. To take a rain check. Again, nice and loud. To take a rain check. Great. So let's have a look at some examples. Okay, so let's have a couple of examples. Number one, I'm going to have to take a rain check on that beer, I'm afraid. So in this sentence, right now, I'm telling you I won't be able to join you for a beer. I'm going to have to. So that tells me that we're around the immediate future. And because I've used have to, it kind of implies like I have no choice. Maybe I've got to work or there's some really important thing. It's not that I'm refusing your invitation to go for a drink. I just have to do something else, but I'd like to go for that drink at another time. That's what this taking a rain check really communicates. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no, I don't want to drink beer with you. I'm saying I'd like to, but right now I can't. Later, let's do it another time. So that's what this idiom does. It's much softer than saying no. Number two then, there were only 4 of us at the meal. Tom had to take a rain check. So with this one, we know we're talking about the past. There were only 4 of us. Tom had to take a rain check. So again, we've got this feeling that somebody didn't choose. Maybe they had an obligation. There was something important they had to do, and therefore they didn't join us at the meal. So in both of these examples, I didn't change the verb tense within the idiom. I changed it by looking at a different part of the sentence. I'm going to have to, Tom had to. But you could change the word take. So for example, yesterday I took a rain check. Later I will take a rain check. Right now I am taking a rain check. So if you want to modify the idiom, it's the word take that you need to be moving around to change your tenses. So just to bear that in mind, you've got 2 choices. You can change take or you can change the grammar that comes before the idiom. So now that we know how to use this idiom well in a sentence, have a moment and think about an example that you could use. So this could be something true to life, or this could just be an imaginary scenario. Leave an example in the comments below if you want to, and try to use this idiom in a natural way. I can give you some feedback on your grammar and whether or not the context that you've created really feels suitable for this idiom. So don't forget that taking a rain check, although it is refusing essentially an invitation, it's doing it in a soft way. So we're not saying no, we're saying I'd like to, but later. So think about that when you're creating your context. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, go ahead and hit like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with new videos. If you like working with idioms, then check out the rest of the playlist. And if you enjoy pronunciation work or you're interested in IELTS, then check out the homepage. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.